Stream crashed. Stream crashed. Well, literally everything crashed. Funny, the guy came in and said, you know, oh, it looks so smooth. And then like one of the algorithms I wrote, well, actually AI wrote this, but I think there was an infinite loop that just kept allocating memory and basically crashed my whole computer. Which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because it is clamped to a max loop iterations. Let's get booted back up here. I jinxed it, man. Stream crashed after I said it was. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Commentator's curse. We're back up though. We back. Okay. We're not gonna crash this time. That's not what's gonna happen this time. I get fucking everything set back up now though. Jesus. Hello, welcome in. Akbara, welcome in. Okay, are we good now? Can we, well, first of all, let's just like, let me see this max loop iterations. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So this is like, hasty wasty. Why didn't that show up? Okay. Need to pop out my Twitch chat. There we go. You missed it. Someone said it looked really smooth, and then my stream crashed. Let's just do something like if max loop iterations. We'll just do max loop iterations equals, yeah, ensure a minimum. No, we don't want that. Ensure a maximum of what? Am I ever going to trace across 100 terrain chunks? I don't think so. I don't think so. Although that is kind of like, I don't really use this for anything else, do I? Oh, I use it for the chunk processor. Okay, let's do 1,000. Let's do 1,000 then. That should be plenty. Stream number 2 of the day already. It's only 8:30. We'll see what that does to the YouTube Shorts algorithm. Wonder if they'll feed me more, give me more viewers. Yes. Give them to me. My mouse follow? Yeah, mouse tracking's working. Cool. Cool. Come on, you can do it. Man, it really does not want to boot up first thing in the morning. Me neither. You know what? Me neither. Okay, thank you. Thank you, please. Dude, I don't know why it takes so long for it to open the editor windows, like when they've previously been closed. Takes so long. What were we doing? I don't know. We were just checking out some seeds here, so I guess we can check out some more. Why not? Why not? So welcome back in, everyone, after my stream crashed. So here's a nice one of my 3 different textures that I have so far. Really, it's only changing the grass texture, so everything else is the same. There's a zone entrance right there. Going from one zone to the other. And then you might be able to... No, that one doesn't go all the way through. I was gonna say, maybe get over to the other zone. Oh my fucking god, I'm so upset. Dude, I need to fix this. I need to fix this. I need to fix that so bad. I'm straight up not having a good time. The stream crashed just a few moments ago, and I just got it started back up. So that's partly why I'm saying I'm having a bad time. Okay, I am working on a video game. An RPG Colony Sim Roguelite is what it's going to be, with procedural terrain. Here's a nice looking seed. Here we go, look at that. Look at my seed. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that look nice? It's a little boring. We do have an entrance chunk right here. So this is one zone over here on this side, and then over here this is another zone. And then this is another zone right here too, which looks a little odd. Princess Elder Mimica, welcome in. Hello. So this is our world map. So that's procedurally generated as well. We are in Whisperstorm Refuge, next to the Silent Lagoon, Goldleaf Forest, Quartz Fields, Mirkwood Forest, Nethergate Pass, Icefang Glacier. The City of Glass, apparently. Looks a little odd. It's starting to look a little odd in here, isn't it? Welcome in, Odd. Good morning to you. You're up early. You are up early, good sir. The whispers are whispering, yes. Ship It Devs, hello, welcome in. Yeah, so here's, this is my Meadows biome. So this is one of 2. Is it Unreal Engine? Yes. Yes, it is. I have caves as well. There are the caves. Look at my noodles. A lot of noodle caves in this one. I don't have any glob caves. No cheese caves. I am right on the border. And so yeah, the zone, there's one over there. I guess there's another one over there, a zone entrance to the same zone, so it's not really that exciting. And I guess there's one over there too. Albeit maybe I think the mountain maybe just swallowed it whole, so maybe it's not going to show up. We'll need to fix that. We will need to fix that. But I'm just going to be working on UI today, so nothing super exciting. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is such a cute little tunnel. Look at, okay, so we've got 2 zones here that normally you wouldn't be able to get to. But there is a cave right there that will take us to the other side. Beautiful bit of RNG there. Wow. And it is a completely different zone, so it's actually like a, you know, like if you're imagining, oh, I'm in a, you know, you've been walking around a forest, you know, for a while. You find this tunnel, and you're like, oh, what's on the other side? Where did you do the modeling? Nowhere. I have modeled none of this. This is all free assets that I've picked up. Yeah, and you look out over here, and you're like, wow. It's a different zone. Dude's tweaking. Let's go to the other zone. Let's walk through the forest a little bit. You're using 100 sounds from WoW? That's a lot. I don't think I'm using nearly that many. So, dynamic tree chopping, of course. Very, very cool. Here we go. Boom. I do like this seed. This is a nice quaint little seed here. I wish there were more cheese caves though. We just have noodle caves here. Now that one goes into a different zone. That's so cool. Like it literally starts like way over there somewhere. You go through it and then there's actually another zone over there. That's very neat. Very neat. I really need to fix the PCG garbage collection. That's like super laggy all the time. Because yeah, it's not exactly the smoothest. Not exactly the smoothest. Can I run Unreal in MacBook M1? Only one way to find out. Try it. You can just go download it for free right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this little cave here and see what happens. Yes, thank you. Actually, how many entities do I have spawned right now? I'm just curious. So for the Colony Sim part of the game, I have built this ECS system that will allow me to run a ton of entities, ton of NPCs and stuff. So I have about 1,250, it seems. 1255. Did I pause that correctly? Stop. Okay, there we go. So that'll hopefully allow me to run the whole world, even when you're not around, which, you know, most games don't do anything like that. They either just turn off the NPCs when you're not around, or they fake it in some way. I would like to actually run the game when you're not there. So if you send some colonists out to go chop trees and you run away, like, they're still going to be going to chop the trees and they're going to have to bring the wood back and stuff. And if there's a wolf in the forest, you know, they may get attacked by the wolf. Have you decided if you'll use your own models or models from online? Likely both, some combination thereof. Or you mean like train my own model? I will probably not train my own model. I don't think I could train a model that would be better than what's publicly available. And we're back. Yeah, we are back. Yeah. Crashed just a hot minute ago. Yeah, the algorithm I wrote for line tracing through the terrain chunks was seemingly in an infinite loop and just allocating all the memory in the world. And yeah, computer basically crashed. I have no idea where I'm at, man. I've just been following this this tunnel. Oh, low overhead there. Okay, we finally popped out. So I have no idea where I'm at right now. Let's get a bird's eye view now. Are we still in the same zone? Okay, we are still in the Silent Lagoon. It's a nice perspective up here. Where did I go? Wait, I entered down there. Okay, so I went like all the way around, like up over here. Okay, so I just found a way to get on top of the mountain. How long you been building this game? A little over 2.5 years. I didn't really know anything about Unreal Engine though, so I'll say the first year was just me like trying to figure out what the hell I was doing. But yeah, this project has existed for 2.5 years. Okay, there's a giant mountain over there. That would be great for a procedural iron forge. It is missing a terrain chunk. Oh, it's just because I'm not close enough. That's got some nice cheese caves though, so let's go check out that cheese. Cheese. Show me the cheese. Oh no, is it not generating? Okay, maybe that terrain chunk didn't generate properly. Dude, look at this massive... Dude, what if you look down here and there's a fucking Balrog down there? You know, fiery wings and shit. That would be crazy. You look down there, there's like a fucking bunch of gobos running around and shit. That's the kind of... that I want that to happen, right? Like... I think that's a really cool moment when you like, you just kind of like get to the edge and it just kind of, whoa. Will you be able to dig into the ground? Yeah, it'll have deformable terrain. Already sort of working. It's not working well. I don't know if this will work or not. It's kind of, my animation sucks so bad that I can't even like, oh God, okay. There we go. Deformable terrain right there. Tis deformable. Textures don't update, and it doesn't. That's not how you'd want to deform it, right? That's not how you'd want it. And like the number of vertices it creates, that's way too many. That's way more than I need. Way too many vertices. So yeah, we do have deformable terrain. It just doesn't work very well. Jump? I'll fucking do it. Don't think I won't. No fall damage though. Just ragdoll. Oh. Almost fell through the ground there. Stuck the landing. God, this cave system is fucking immense, dude. I love it. So there's like this whole like... piece right here. I don't even know. That might go off into... yeah, so there's a... look at all these caves that will be here once they get rendered. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I can get back up out of here. I do need to work on the building system a little bit more to where you can, like, build scaffolding and stuff like that, you know, so you can move around in the caves a little bit better, and then you can mine as well. Look at the tree shadows. That's cute. Cute. Yeah, this terrain chunk is being a little difficult. Let's see how far I can get up there. Can I even get up there? I don't know. Come on. Render pipeline low-key kind of cute. Low-key kind of cute. Yeah, I need to... yeah. Where are you from? I'm from the United States. Yeah, so that's about as high as I can go. I can try to teleport. Let me see if I can get the... see if I can teleport here. Just go like... oh no, that's too far over. Go... yeah, like right there. That might have been too far as well. Okay, I just bounced off. Okay. I think, did we get higher up? I think we got a little higher up. Okay, it did finally render. That terrain chunk did finally render. We just never got close enough. I do like this kind of... it's almost stepstone-y here. It's kind of cute. And when you know, when you're actually playing the game, the render distance will be a lot farther away. It's just pretty, I keep it pretty short now for testing purposes, so I don't just like render the whole fucking world, you know, for no reason. I do like this seat. This is a good seat. And then what zone is next to me over there? Is that's the zone I came from, right? Oh no, it's that direction. I'm all turned. Oh no, there's another one that way. So it's actually south. South of me is Goldleaf Forest, which is supposed to be a mountain. Let's see if I can get out of here now. Are you the guy that was on a Thomas Brush podcast? No, I have no idea who that is, nor have I been on a podcast before. 60-degree slope things. Yeah. Some of the, I ended up having to stretch some of the noise in the X and Y direction to make it more walkable, which I thought was nice. I could also just apply like some sort of curve to it. Can I get up over there? Haunted Valhalla Cave. That would be sick. Some Draugr and stuff, you know? Okay. I might have found a way up. Oh dear. Okay, so there's like another cave system over there with a floating bit of rock that I thought was a monster. I don't have any monsters in the game. I was like, oh shit, what is that? Just a floating rock. Don't be scared. Okay, I seem to have not found a way up. I don't think there is one. Have you added water in the game? I have at one point. I had to take it out. Because I had just like, you know, flat, you know, Z equals 0. You know, anything below that is water. And that worked when my terrain was just a height map. Which means, you know, just picture a blanket laid over things. So no overhangs, no underground caves or anything. But then once I added the caves, you know, just having water be at 0 all the time didn't really make sense. Because it meant like all the caves were underwater all the time. So we need a more sophisticated water solution now. Which I haven't gotten into yet. But yeah, I do want like rivers and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. And then my, the world map, like, the black is supposed to be ocean. And I will need to do some massaging of the procedural generation, like the world generation, to like make sure that, one, we don't spawn in the middle of a giant ass cave at level 1, right? I'll need to do some special rules for like the starting zone, just to make sure like the player doesn't fall in a hole before they get a pickaxe and shit like that, you know? And they actually spawn somewhere that they can like level up and they have resources and stuff to do so. But then I'll also need to make sure that there's a proper amount of land mass, land to water ratio in a map. And also, like, we were exploring some of the seeds earlier, and I was saying like, oh, this is a bad seed, and it was just completely flat. That's because we spawned, you know, out in the ocean. And right now all that does is just, it just does completely flat. It doesn't do anything right now. There's no noise, there's no terrain noise for the ocean. And so I need to make sure that the spawn, like the 0, I spawn at 0, 0, whatever terrain chunk is 0, 0. And if that's an ocean chunk, I just grab a new number from the random number stream that's based off your world seed, and then I just run it again. And I do that until I eventually hit one that's not ocean. But I cap it at like 20. I cap it at like 20 recursions. Like generate the world map 20 times. And it still happens remarkably a lot. So there's some more where I should probably just end up offsetting it. Like I should just shift the map over till we hit, you know, until we hit land or something. Yeah, Minecraft spawn moment for sure. Should add like spiders to the caves, so they'll crawl in the caves. Yeah, that would be awesome. And it gets some, like, I think seeing, you know, some of these tunnels, you know, like you're looking down. Let me find like a little tunnel here. Give me a little tunnel. Yeah, there we go. Like a little tunnel like this. You know, you peek in here, and then like, what if there was just like spider webs all over, right? You start walking over here. You're like, what's around this corner? You just look down there and there's like spiders on the ceiling. There's spider webs all over the place. Fuck that noise, you know? I'm getting the flamethrower. Bring the fire mage. I think that would be cool though. Yeah, for sure, Mr. Cube. So in percentages, how much has been developing versus getting lost in your beautiful creation? Honestly, not that much. I just do this at the beginning of the stream when YouTube Shorts like pushes viewers. Just to kind of show off the game a little bit. What am I working on? I'm working on a video game. This is Unreal Engine 5. It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI-generated quests. So here's just a section. This is just some seed that we've been exploring. We've got the 3D caves and stuff like that. We've got a whole world map with all these different zones on it. These zones have AI-generated names. Quiet Haven, Pine Ridge, Whisper Storm Refuge, Icefang Glacier, Moonvale Grove. And so like each of these zones, I intend to like kind of tell a different story with the AI. And like you can find colonists in the world and recruit them, and you can build like a base, and you can have your colonists like plant crops for you, or you know, chop trees for you, go mine ore for you. There's one such guy right there. He's looking for food. When they run around, that means they're hungry, and he's looking for food. There's no food down here. He's not gonna find any food down here. But yeah, I could recruit him and save him. Be like, come with me if you want to live. And it'll also be roguelite, so I'm thinking longer form roguelike than most of the games out there today. Something more so like, you know, you spend hours and hours on a run, not just something like 30 minutes to an hour, which I think is what most roguelites do. And you'll level up, and you'll be picking classes, like you'll create a character, pick a class, and then that's your class for your world, right? That's your character for the world. So each character gets like a new world seed. And lots of classes to choose from, lots of abilities to pick from, talent trees. And then as you level up, there'll be some level up cadence. I don't know what it'll be yet, but you'll get to pick from like maybe 3-ish random abilities, and you'll just get to build out like your kit. You know, you get to create your build as you level up in the game. And you'll be spending, it'll be long form, so you'll be spending a lot of time like building your colony and leveling up and exploring. And then, you know, if you die, you start over at level 1, probably just back at your colony, right? And your colony will still be there. And I'm thinking about doing maybe like some sort of time skip. So like maybe your colony gets attacked while you're dead, or maybe they just end up gathering a bunch of resources so you have something to come back to. And so that kind of can help you get ramped back up on your next run a little bit quicker. You know, maybe you had a really good blacksmith in your colony, and you can craft you some good gear and stuff like that. What's your project estimation, like how many years you will be working on it till completion? Forever, I hope. I would like to work on this forever. That would be pretty cool, I think. I have a lot of ideas. I have a whole doc here. It is this one section of the doc is 64 pages. That's 4 pages. These other ones are smaller ones that I've split out because they just like the 3. Yeah, so I have tons and tons of ideas. But yes, welcome in everyone. Should we try a new seed? Let's try a new seed. And so we are on seed 331. We'll just keep incrementing 332. This is nice. Look at that. Look at this seed. This is a good example of how the different terrain noises come together. This is a great looking seed. I love this. I think these are actually 3 different terrain noises. Oh, and there's an entrance right here. And so what I have to do when I generate this is with the height map, for every single vertex in each terrain chunk, and here's like an example of like how many verts there are in the terrain chunks. Like for every single dot, every single intersection you see there, that's a vertex. I have to do a weighted average distance blend to each of its neighbors because I parameterize the noise, which means like that it's generated with different settings. And so like here, for instance, like we have 2 different sets of noise. This one has like really tall mountains, smoother terrain. This one's like more jagged, craggy terrain, smaller mountains, more rocky kind of thing. But they blend seamlessly to each other. And that's because for these chunks, like if I was rendering this chunk, I have to take every single vert and I go, hey, where would you be if you were generated with the noise from this terrain chunk, from this one, from this one, from all of the surrounding ones. And then I have to do a weighted distance, like a weighted average distance blend from wherever the vert is to each chunk. So it was quite fucking complicated to figure out. And I'm so glad I figured it out, because this looks sick. This is a nice, very nice example of that. Procedural generation? It is. This is procedural generation. This is the game I'm working on. Here's me. Did you learn from YouTube? I learned from all over the place. A little bit of YouTube, a little bit of Google, a little bit of forums. Yeah. I'm all self-taught, so. Oh, I'm not even in the, I want to be in that zone over there so I can walk up. Let's see if we can find a cave to go through to the other side. I know there's a zone, there's an entrance chunk down here, so maybe we can just make our way that way and we can get over there. Pickaxe strengths could be used to deform a % of terrain depth to prevent landscape tearing between chunks. Well, that won't be an issue. I just need to do the math correctly. But I do intend for there to be pickaxe stats. Same with axes. So we have the dynamic tree chopping. And so the tree chops, like, at runtime, it will deform wherever the axe hits it. You know, most games, what they do is they just have, like, they have the base mesh, they have like the in progress chop mesh, and then they have the post chop mesh, and they just like swap it out, you know. But this is actually editing the vertices on the tree trunk. And so when it finally falls, it'll replace the materials incorrectly. But you know, I get some wood. I get some wood there, and I can build stuff. Let's grab some mushrooms for the road. Okay, I can't grab that one. Okay, grab a couple mushrooms. Yeah, hopefully when I deform the terrain, I will probably have to write it myself. I won't be able to use the geometry script Boolean operations. But I can just edit the existing vertices and maybe only add more if I need to. So hopefully it keeps the vertex count down. Because yeah, that would be storing more memory. So I do need to, you know, get a handle on that. What game? This is just a game I'm working on. This is just a hobby project. It doesn't really have a name yet. It's just called My Project at the moment. And we're trying to find a way. It's procedurally generated. Ooh, I could have maybe gotten through there. No, that cave doesn't go through there. But we're trying to find a way to get over to this other zone right now, because I want to go over here. But I know there's a zone entrance trunk. Well, let's look at our world map. We didn't look at the world map yet. So this has a lot of land on it. Dude, look at this. Look at the shape of this red zone. Ashenfang Wastes. So it starts here, kind of goes up in here, and then there's this little tiny choke point that goes all the way up in here. But then it also comes down over here and over here. Like, right here is the same zone as up here and right there. I think that's super cool. Super interesting shapes here. We're in 7th Heaven. And we're trying to get to Skull Valley so we can get to the Maze of Despair. Thunderclap Plateau is right next to us. Abyssal Mire, the Sea of Sorrows, the Church of Faith. Deep Song Grotto. That's a cool one. I like that name. The forest and the Sons of the Forest tree chopping is not dynamic. That's one example of a predefined system. Yeah, that or like Valheim as well. Most games do it that way because it's just not worth it. But for me, I can't model. I have no art skills, so it's like I have to rely on my programming skills to make the models for me. Okay, we're almost around the corner. I was gonna see if we could get there through that cave, but I don't think we can. So I'm just gonna try and make it around the corner and see if we can get to that cool looking zone here. So I think this is it. Yes, we've made it around into the next zone, which looks... Actually, it might be the same noise. Might be the same. Okay, but we got a long way to run till we get... Yeah, we got a long way to run till we get over there. So, and the world is 128 by 128 pixels, and each pixel is a terrain chunk. And, like, that's a terrain chunk. And that's me. So we're like this big, right? And then the terrain chunk is about that big. So I think if I'm remembering the math correctly, it's about 1.5 kilometers large, the world map is. So it's a pretty big map, and I'm probably going to end up making it smaller, actually. And we'll probably end up doing that. Is this actually being released or just a passion project? Ask me again in 5 years. I hope it gets released someday. Look at this. This is a nice glade here. I like this. Nice opening. Breaking the trees. Okay, a little cave system there. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I fell. Son of a bitch. Okay, that was a bad spot to fall. That was a bad spot to fall. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Do I have enough wood to make some stairs out of here? Let's see. See if I can. I don't know if I'll be... I think going that direction would be my best bet. Okay. I think I can only build 3 before it fails. Try to build another one. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't have support there. Okay, we're gonna have to jump for it. Shit, okay, we're gonna have to move that closer. Okay, move it closer. Is there a better place to do this at? Is there a I think that's the lowest spot right there. See if we can like hit it from this angle maybe. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get, I think. Oh god, I'm stuck. Okay. Alright, can we get up there? Okay, I didn't even jump that time. Y'all ever do that? Y'all ever just run off some stairs without jumping? Okay, the jump didn't work. That's fucking why. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Ah. The jump straight up does not work. Okay, let's keep trying. Okay, so right there was too close to me. So let's go like right there. Okay, we will make it this time, I swear. No, we didn't. I just ran straight off the edge. Why is it so hard to jump from these things? Shit. Can't get back up. Okay, we may just have to follow these caves and see where it comes up at. Nintendo will sue you if you make rideable flying mounts. I mean, there's so many ways to, like, get around the patents, you know, like the whole Power World, you know, capture the monster in a sphere. It's like, oh, it's not a sphere, it's a dodecahedron. Okay, this is going to the point of no return. I'm gonna fall down there and not be able to get back up. No admin tools to get out. I can teleport out, but I'm just trying to have fun with it. See, I'm trying to see like what would happen if I was a player, but I need some more building things to actually like. Well, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? Let's try this. I have an idea. Place a foundation first. Foist. Place that foundation, then I think we may get some extra height from that. Sir, you're messing up my building. You should make boss fights like dragons, and if you defeat one of the dragons, you can tame it and fly it. Yeah, no flying mounts in this game. No flying mounts. Oh no, I'm out of wood. I am out of wood. Okay, we're gonna have to grab some sticks. Oh, I forgot. That's not even the right kind of wood either. It's a shitty twig. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna have to build the dummy foundations to get out of here. But yeah, I think flying mounts ruin games. So no flying mounts at all. That was the wrong direction. Oh no, I still can't do the 3. Ugh. Bro, your game will going famous. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna teleport out of here. We're gonna teleport out. There we go. Here's the part that I wanted to find. Yay. I wanted to see if this, because this is, yeah, this is technically a zone entrance chunk, which actually makes it look really cool. Because, like, normally, you'd have these big, tall mountains here, going from, like, this zone to this zone. But because there was a zone entrance chunk here, it didn't do that, and we kind of have this smoother terrain to get to the next zone, which I think looks fucking sick. Yeah, this zone, same biome. I really need to get some, at least a couple more biomes built out in here. I really want like a swampy, shadowy, kind of haunted-y zone, you know? I think that would be really cool. Need like a desert zone, of course. Yeah, snow zones for sure. Definitely need some of those too. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about seasons. I don't know, because like in WoW there are just specific zones that are snow zones. Like you have your Dun Moreau and you have your Winter Spring, and it's always snow there, right? There's no seasons in WoW. But if you take a game like RimWorld, which is what I'm basing the Colony Sim off of, well, the enemies have dynamic cut areas too. Oh yeah, it'll all work the same. But RimWorld has seasons, and it affects like the farming system, like what plants you can, what crops you can plant, and how fast they grow, how much sunlight they need, like what temperatures they can grow in. And so like there is this kind of vibe in the game where it's like, oh yeah, I have to make enough crops to survive the winter, and that's a very Colony Sim type of vibe. Neato. He just ran into a wall. So I don't know if I want to have like specific zones, because it's like I don't want winter, like I don't want it to snow in every single zone. So it's like, what's the point of having a winter? This is such a nice valley. Oh my goodness, I want to settle here. I'm choosing here. This is my base. I love this zone. The Maze of Despair is my home now. Look at this. It's so beautiful. This is it. We found it. Oh no. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Yeah, and the engine's only using 36 gigs of memory too, so I think it's pretty much optimized. Yeah, 36 gigs of memory. That's crazy. It's PCG's fault. PCG just caches the entire fucking world. Oh god. Add Easter eggs are a unique way of stopping players from leaving the playable area. Yeah, they won't. There's no like end of the playable area, right? It's a whole, you know, world. So it's not like there's no like barriers or anything. I might need to restart. I might need to restart here. It's using up a ton of memory. We actually need to get some work done now. So let's switch over into worky work mode. Now that's a good looking environment right there. That's a good looking environment. Just got you thinking about snow on the mountaintops. You gonna have some mountains in your game, Shawnee B? Seems like your game might not take place in, you know, open terrain. Thawing in warm weather, filling the creeks and rivers, lakes. Yeah, that would be... The world sim would be very, simmy. Very realistic world sim there. I don't know if you need that, though. I know Prismatica is working on some cool shit like that, where, like, runoff actually pools up into the low points. And he's just, like, doing it all with, like, render targets, of course. Add $5 fishing lures supporter TLC, and I'll buy 27 copies. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The fishing lure monetization. No mountaintops in the death maze. It would be cool if you had like a dungeon where the lower level kind of opens up into a almost like a Mines of Moria type vibe, or like a there's just a giant cave down there, you know? City Skylines does water sim? I never played it. I've never played City Skylines. I probably should, right? Go back over to the test level here. I'm working on UI today, so it's not going to be super exciting. It's going to be me cursing at the screen. Here's my UI. Join my colony. Default player colony. Now, the options should be showing back up here, and they're not. So we need to fix that. Let's open up the output log. Okay, let me get my tabs organized here. Let me get my tabs organized. Container list, option, dialog window. We can close you for now, I think. And I don't think we need the interaction text box. City Skyline's pretty amazing in terms of the sim fidelity complexity. It's not a clone of old school Sim City. Yeah, I have seen it played, and it looks like the type of game I would have a lot of fun playing. And yeah, they do, but they just like, I'm sure that they do the whole, you know, just run an equation for production or whatever, or whatever, you know, resource values there are. Instead of like actually making the people like, you know, walk there and stuff like that, and like actually perform actions to get things completed, which the latter is more so what I'm gonna go for. So much smaller scale than City Skylines. Me and the Discord group froth fishing. I will have fishing in the game. So what I want to do, okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. For those who are still here, thank you for still being here. I know the pretty terrain is gone, and we're just looking at noodles right now. Hear me out, though. Who has played Animal Crossing? Do we have any Animal Crossing fans in the chat? Because I want to do, like, fish museum collection stuff. Because I love that in Animal Crossing. And maybe even bugs as well. Maybe even dinosaur bones or something. And also, imagine the Animal Crossing, like, you know, museum fish collecting system, but with gear as well. So you can collect all the different types of gear and put it in a museum, all the different weapons and stuff, you know. I think that would be a lot of fun. Really fun for the completionists, you know, the people who like to, you know, cross things off the list and stuff. Yeah, definitely fishing will be very, very big. The people actually walk there. IDK at what level it starts cheating. Yeah, I know. Well, they, you know, I feel like what they probably do is they do show people walking there. But, like, it's just, like, it doesn't take any variable amount of time, right? Once they start at home and walk there, like, and I don't know if, like, the production actually needs to start once they get there, right? I think they just try to, like, make it match up as close as possible. Because it's like, oh, work opens at fucking 7 a.m., so that's when the equation starts running, right? Oh, there you start getting production or whatever it is in City Skylines. So I feel like that's probably what they do. And it's not actually, it doesn't actually matter if the person got there or not. I had to diagnose issues with my city designs and found, oh, there's this logistics bottleneck where these trucks, people, emergency vehicles are getting jammed at a specific point. Oh, so they do actually have to get there then. And that's why the side of the city can't get the XYZ service. Interesting. Yeah, mostly when I see people playing it, it seems mostly people are like trying to figure out traffic traffic patterns. Like that's the biggest part of managing a city, it turns out. And of course, City Skylines 2 did not turn out to be very good from what I've seen. 4K eyeball textures, stuff like that. So yeah, no Animal Crossing fans in the chat. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not for everybody. Not for everybody. Okay, let's figure out why my shit's not getting created here. Do I have any logs here? Good owning player pawn. And quest log. Okay, I don't care about that. Let me try this again. Never tried it? Oh. My heart. Okay, yeah, the options are all wrong now. So he is part of my colony now, but we're getting some errors here. Never played it? Ah, gosh, you guys. Your childhoods. I weep for your childhoods. Okay, let's start debugging this bad boy. Yeah, clear everything out. I'm old. I mean, hey, I'm kind of old too now. I'm 30 years old. I'm almost dead. I got one foot in the grave now. Okay, so here's where we create the containers. So let's put a breakpoint there. I also need to make sure, where is this? Join colony. Yeah, so I need to make sure that gets set properly, and then we refresh, which should call the update interaction widget, which should call this bad boy, which should go here, where we set the content to the container. That's this class itself is already created, but then we're going to be creating some subclasses here. So let's look at those two. And I found, I don't know if you guys know about this, but I found out this little blueprint debugger actually shows the call stack, which is really nice. So it's good to have that. It's good to have that on the side. Okay, talking. Yeah, that's just the first one. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so join my colony. Yeah, we're going to create that. We're going to create that. We're going to do 2 of these. Yeah. Okay, so we have joined the colony. Now, I'm going to select my player colony. So we have selected it. We've gotten to the join colony function. Now, let me check these interaction options. I should have 3. Yes, it does only show 3. Refresh options. Why are we here first? We should have gotten there. Hang on. This is where the call stack is nice. How did we get here? Okay, so we just go here. Why does it, I guess setting content on the interaction slot? We just like skipped this whole thing, I guess. So does it construct new things? Because this is getting constructed. I don't know. And then what do we have? Yeah, so we still have the old, these are the old options that should be irrelevant now. Well, I guess just plow ahead. We're going to plow ahead. Rip my YouTube comments. Why? Have a great stream, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the sub as well. Thank you, thank you. Have a good day. I wasn't privileged enough to get gaming consoles. Yeah, they are expensive. Yeah. Some cost more than 3 months' salary of middle class income. Yeah, it's getting rough out there. It is getting rough out there. Yeah, I for one will not be getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. Even when the next Zelda comes out, I'm gonna wait a while on it probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of Zelda it is. So what do we have here? Do we have... Yes, I have the updated one. So now we are constructing an updated options list. And yeah, the highlighted options seems right. We get here. We do have the right options list. Mario Kart, no, dude. They're gonna make you pay $70 for 5 tracks worth of a fucking game. It is not worth it. Then they're gonna pop out a fucking $30 DLC that has 2 more tracks on it. Not worth it. Don't give in to that. MXC Studio, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Hello. Good morning. I barely played Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I loved Breath of the Wild. Thought Breath of the Wild was great, but Tears of the Kingdom was very annoying. Very tedious. Don't play game, make game. Thank you. That is good advice. Nice stuff with the 2 streams. Yeah, you like the vertical and horizontal streams? I'm growth hacking. That's what the influencers say. Okay, so we've gotten here. We are adding it. So I mean, this is getting added. Why isn't it? Why aren't you showing? Attempted to access index 1 from array interaction option containers of length 1 in interaction options containers. I mean, that is this variable. And yeah, there should only be 1 in there. Why are we trying to access more than 1? That's the question. Where is that happening from? Oh, I wonder if because we delete the last options list, like this is still, ugh, I hate noodles so much. The nudes are noodling for sure. And so actually, yeah, we're going to need to reset quite a bit, actually. Whenever something like that happens. I should probably just end interaction and then re-interact. That would probably be a lot easier. Because then it would, like, reset all the state and stuff. That might actually be easier. Can I do that? Okay, let's pop this off to the side. So we'll set the belongs to colony. Let's end interaction. Interacting character, interacting with character, plug that in. And let me make sure that that's wired up to something that makes sense. End interaction. We call it on. Yeah, on the other thing, handle interaction. We reset everything. End interaction. And then should I call... So that's going to like reset what this guy is. So I'm not going to be able to. Are you full-time game making? No, this is just free time stuff, hobby stuff. And what game are you making? It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI generated quests. Is this raw C++? No, we're looking at blueprints right now. This is C++. This is. How would I end interaction and restart the interaction? I would need to like save this. I mean, I could just pop this into a local variable. I'll just call this like saved interacting with. We'd have to save that first. Call the end interaction on myself. And then grab the saved interacting with. Call the cast to interaction interface. And then interact. Wait, am I... No, I would want to get my own interact. Because I'm in the perspective of the NPC. And then we would just want to do that there. It's like this guy. Is that how I call it? Go back here. Interact. I guess I put it in C, I guess. Hello? What do I call interact on? Update interaction trace. It's on the E, right? So we call the interact button. I call it on the target. Interact with this. Okay, yeah. So I do need to call the self with. Yeah. I don't know what I'm watching, but I'm intrigued. You're watching a little bit of game dev. This is Unreal Engine. I'm just working on some UI stuff. It's my test level here. Okay, let's get rid of the breakpoints. So join my colony, default player colony. Okay, so it did end the interaction. It did not restart it though. It did not restart it. We end the interaction. What happens on the player character end interaction? Force end interaction. Where is the end interaction? Clear interaction options. Yeah, that's fine. What happens? And then what happens in the parent? We just do interacting with equals to null pointer. Okay, so when we should call the handle interact, I guess. I'm calling interact on this guy, not on. Yeah, and then refresh interaction, maybe? Maybe I should call refresh interaction too on the target. Yeah. Okay, I think that makes more sense now. Yeah, we should do that. This is now feeling a little bit more complicated than the other version. Yeah, I don't like working. Like, the UI lifecycle is kind of annoying. Things are getting created, like, out of order and shit. Action survival. Nope. RPG Colony Sim Roguelite. Okay, it's still not restarting the interaction. Is it because the interaction trace gets, like, reset? Where does that happen at? I guess I do need, like, the handle interact here. Excuse me. So does this not implement the interact function then? It does not. So maybe I should, yeah, can I move you, please? I can't. Okay, we are at runtime, maybe that's why. Still can't. Sick. The interact, I think, is where we would want to. Maybe, so let's maybe change the innards of handle interact. Change that to interact. Make sure there's a call to the parent function. Okay. Align that. Okay, so now I can just call the interact and hit all this, and then we need to update the handle interact. Let's find all the places we call that from. Swords and Dragons with WoW vibes is what I'm getting. Yeah, so like medieval fantasy for sure. So let's just call the interact function now on this character. And I guess we'll call it with empty. I don't know. We press interact, which is the interact keybind. Gonna make procedural levels? Yep, I have a whole procedural world. That is explorable here. It's like a big open world. There you go. There's the procedural. There's the procedural generation. Welcome in, everyone. Working on a video game today. I'm doing UI stuff, so it's not super exciting, but RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural terrain. This is the procedural terrain algorithm. We're just rendering a very small section of the world. Here's the whole world. There's me. So I'm only like showing like this much of the world right now. So it's very big. And like all these different colors are different zones that have different names. Like this is that was called Seventh Heaven, Skull Valley, you know, Azure Skies, the Ethereal Plain, Kaiser's Tomb, Iron Veil Crater, the Church of Faith, the Sea of Sorrows, Abyssal Mire, Brimstone Crater, Gloomthorn Basin, Deep Song Grotto. So every pixel on here is a terrain chunk, and each terrain chunk in the world like gets its information as to like what biome am I in and what terrain noise parameters do I have from this map. So each, you know, there's a white and there's a lightness and a darkness to each pixel. That's like the altitude. And then 0 is black, which is ocean. What is this? What is this? This has never happened before. It's null. Why is it null? How is that possible? If it's null here, I set it equal to something. I suppose it's my fault for not using strong pointers. Okay, we're gonna rebuild that. What do you envision for combat? MMO style. Yeah, so I am heavily inspired by Vanilla WoW. So I hope to have Vanilla WoW like combat, but hopefully more interactive. Like I want more action-y type abilities with Vanilla WoW combat, not just like pure tab target. And what's the game going to be called? I have no idea yet. It's just called My Project right now. So we're building here, I hope. And yeah, so the terrain's destructible as well, and then we have AI generated quests, a little proof of concept for that, so I can actually like take my entire item database in the game and like all the classes that I have in my project, and I just dump them into a prompt, send it to Gemini API, and say, hey, generate me a quest for an RPG fantasy video game. And it responds with a JSON object that I can actually parse and use to like spawn things in the world, which I've successfully done. They're not really like completable at the moment. There's like work that needs to be done to like ground them in the game and stuff like that. And it's actually terrible about picking spawn points. It doesn't really understand 3D coordinates very well. So I'll have to do some work on that too. How long have I been working on it? About 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years now. What language? It's Unreal Engine, so it's C++. A little bit of blueprints too. A little bit of noodles. We noodle a little bit here. There's some noodles. Java? No, not Java. I think Minecraft is the only game written in Java. But the games I'm using as my inspiration are like a combination of Vanilla WoW for like the class design, the abilities, the talent tree, the leveling up, and then RimWorld for the Colony Sim side of things. And then Hades for the roguelite side of things. I guess the landscape is not landscape, is a procedural mesh. It used to be. I switched over to dynamic mesh components, actually. Sir, that was so rude. He disappeared because he's behind me. They are dynamic mesh components now. I switched over. If it was me, I'd take notes from Elder Scrolls Online Combat. Classes are loose and everyone can block, dodge, roll. I don't like that. I don't like classes being loose. That's actually the opposite of what I would want to go for. I don't want every class to be able to do everything. To me, that's not a class. That's That's why I specifically say vanilla WoW and not retail WoW, because the classes in retail WoW are more homogenized than they are in vanilla WoW. In vanilla WoW, they're very distinct. Not everyone can do everything. And that makes it interesting and fun and replayable and different. Whoop, RimWorld? Yeah, RimWorld's one of my favorite games of all time. New expansion coming out tomorrow. Very excited about that. Will there also be localized war crime aspect of RimWorld? I do hope to have the depth of RimWorld, and yeah, that might allow you to do some war crimes. I'm thinking about taking it a little bit more fantasy though, because I do have healing, and I need to figure out like how does healing, because like that'll increase your health, right? How does healing affect like the medical side of like if you had healing spells in RimWorld, how would that work? Would that stop you from bleeding out? Would that like repair your limbs? You know, I need to think about how those two systems intersect. Vanilla WoW was amazing. I agree. The GOAT. Does UE5 accepts PCG with world partition? I think you can. There is like a hierarchical runtime generation mode of PCG. I am using PCG, and there is a biome plugin for PCG. I tried to use that, and it was so fucking complicated. And what I decided to do was just put a PCG component on each of my terrain chunks. And so that worked a lot better. It's a lot easier to manage, honestly. Why you do a big game like that alone? Because it's fun. I enjoy it. And it's something I'm really motivated to work on. I work on it every single day. And I love it. I know the scope is large. But that, you know, I'm not trying to release a game. That's not my goal. I'm not trying to get into the games industry. That's not my goal. I'm trying to work on this game. I'm trying to work on a passion project. That is my goal. So, doesn't matter how big the scope is. I was trying to show destructible terrain, but it doesn't seem to be working very well. Yeah, it kind of sucks. More work needs to be done. Yeah, it's not even destructing it. There we go. So there's the proof of concept for destructible terrain. It didn't texture it, which I have the code to do that, I just haven't done it yet. And then it creates like tons of fucking vertices, like way more than I needed. Like that just like doubled the amount of vertices in the terrain. Because like you saw that resolution, like here's the actual like resolution, and it's not entirely voxelized, but it is partially voxelized. Do you have a full-time job? I do. Yeah, I'm a software engineer. What is this lighting doing? I think we're probably just on that's just the edge of the shadows or something. Well, I don't know. That lighting is very weird. What is your terrain chunks? Is it mesh or landscape? It is dynamic mesh components that I had to kind of tinker with myself for navigation purposes. And so one of the things that I'm doing that's kind of innovative is that I want the whole world to be running at all times for the colony sim side of things. And so, you know, if you build a colony here, where I'm at right now, and then I run over to the other side of the world, I still want that colony to be running and moving around in the video game, you know? And if you've sent them out to go chop wood, I want them to be going to chop that wood, right? Actually running out there and actually swinging and hitting the wood in memory. It won't actually be rendered or anything. But I wrote my own ECS system so that I could efficiently do that for thousands of entities. And I think I probably should have like 1,500 entities rendered and running right now. You can't tell because they're just all over the world, but how I'm planning to do some of that with the procedural terrain, you know, memory is my biggest bandwidth, bottleneck. But here's the nav mesh, and you can see it's rendered here. The nav mesh is without there actually being a terrain chunk there. And the terrain chunk isn't just invisible. It's not mesh. There's no mesh there. There's no dynamic mesh component there. But what I do is I take the triangle and vertex data, which let me find a nice, you know, which looks like that. I take this data. I just take all these triangles, and you can actually export that to the nav mesh as custom geometry, and it can render it. And so all I need to do is just save those triangle and vertex buffers. And I don't actually need to have the entire mesh built with, you know, all the collision and stuff like that. So there's like the entity system does not rely on the built-in Unreal Engine collision. I kind of had to write that myself so that it could run efficiently entirely on background threads. And so that same vertex and index buffer data that I use to render the nav mesh, I can use to spawn things on with PCG. So in PCG, usually you do like surface samples, and that takes collision traces to do. But I wrote my own nodes and did my own line traces. And so I've stored that vertex and index buffer data, all those triangles, I store it in a spatial data structure, like a bounding volume hierarchy, and that allows you to efficiently iterate through the triangles and check for like an intersection or a collision. And that's effectively how the collision system works under the hood on some level, somewhere. And what that, instead of having to like iterate over every single triangle and check, I only need to iterate over a very small section of them. And so that's what I do for PCG, and I can line trace through the terrain, even though the terrain doesn't actually exist yet, even though there's no mesh to trace through, right? I'm just tracing through the data. And so that's how I'm saving on memory while still being able to run the entire world, right? I need the nav mesh there so that the entities can still move around, you know, when I'm not there. And that's how I also know how to spawn things there. And so I keep the things spawned that have collision on them, because these are all instant static meshes, and it turns out those are actually pretty memory performant. So with nanite and, you know, culling and stuff like that, I can just have these in memory, and it's not too big of a deal. I do cull the things like the grass. That doesn't affect navigation, and so just get rid of that, right? We don't need to actually have the grass there. So I don't render those. Do you have respawning timed nodes for PCG, I presume? I do have a respawn system for my environment objects. It's not, I haven't actually like used it for anything yet, but theoretically, like when you chop a tree, I can have a system that will respawn it without rerunning PCG. Because I actually, like, I have my own spawner node in PCG as well. So that allows me to do some fancy things, which is like, I basically like cache it to disk. I serialize a lot of it to disk. And, you know, whenever the player, like whenever, like there's mushrooms in the forest, those don't affect, yeah, there's a mushroom right there. Those don't affect collisions. So I don't keep those in memory. But if there were a colonist out here and he wanted to look for food, he would need to query for mushrooms. I would load them from disk at that point. He would collect a mushroom, then I would save it back to disk with the subtracted point, right? And I still keep the point, but I just say, hey, this was like, this isn't spawned anymore. And so I have a bunch of settings, because the spawner actually picks rows from a data table that have like respawn settings on them. And so each point is like tagged with like what data table row it came from. And so I can have a system that checks every so often in the background and be like, hey, I want to respawn some things, pick some random points and pick some random assets to respawn with their settings. So if you're talking about like environmental respawns, I do have that system kind of stubbed out. Doesn't actually do anything yet, but yeah. Why are you hitting your head when you write? That's how I write. Is that not how you write? I just slam my face into the keyboard until it works. That's usually my people are like, oh, agile, waterfall. Nope, just slam your face into the keyboard. That's the best way to work. At least for me. So yeah, it's a little bit about the game. Welcome in, everyone. And I was just talking about like fishing and stuff. So I want to do like Animal Crossing style, like fishing and maybe even bug catching. And really just like the museum part of it, because I really like the collection aspect. I think that's really fun. And you can kind of like, I like that you're not only collecting things and like crossing them off a list. So like completionists will find that very fun. But like in my game, like they're like, you know, you'd have to build your own, museum as well, with like display stands and stuff like that. So it gives another aspect of like the Colony Sim system as well. You may need to get a colonist to run the museum, you know. Yeah, my interaction system is like kind of broken now, and I'm kind of upset about it because I hate working on it. Do we have mermaids yet? We don't even have water yet. Don't even have proper water. So quite a ways away. How else are you gonna lure a water waifu without a fish fry? I don't know if a mermaid would appreciate a fish fry. Is that cannibalism? I don't know. What do you think they eat? They're probably vegetarian. They probably eat like kelp and seaweed and shit. And what do we have here? What do we have here? We have a bit of an error. Okay, so static custom data is 3. This is set to fucking 5. What entity is this for? 270. How does that how did that happen? Static custom data is 3. I'm literally setting custom data equal to 5. That doesn't equal 8, apparently. That doesn't equal 8. Eating bird ain't cannibalism for us, so why would fish be cannibalism for a mermaid? Because a mermaid is half fucking fish. What? Are you implying that you're half bird? What? Did you just try to imply that you're half bird? I'll let the mermaid Reddit community know what you think. Oh, you know, they can just tell us. That'd be great. Clear it up. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do something like this. Like, if this is not equal to 5 at this point, I want to know. I don't understand how this is happening. Fish eat fish all the time. Yeah, but that's because they're fucking fish and they don't know any better. Yeah, cannibalism happens all the time in the animal kingdom. Humans don't do cannibalism though, because we know better. And mermaids are half human. So I would think that if they ate a fish, it would feel a little cannibalistic. Paraboy, welcome in. Oh, next, welcome in as well. Let's rebuild now. This is the stupidest. This has happened before and I hate it. It's the stupidest thing. Burnt pineapples, welcome in. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Wherever you may be. Yeah, I need to work on this UI stuff. I need to work on the UI, and I need it now. Humans do cannibalism, come to us. Yeah, but the point is, we like cannibalism bad. We know that, right? Imagine an elephant eating another elephant. Yeah, that would be pretty weird considering elephants aren't carnivores. Yeah, that would be pretty fucking crazy, wouldn't it? God, y'all are having some really, really interesting takes here. 66 people watching a record? No, I think my max on YouTube Shorts was 250. Which is crazy. I think we have like... What do we have here? Are we at 134 just a little bit ago? Yeah. The YouTube Shorts algorithm does pop off at the beginning of the stream. Okay, back to working on UI. Good night, have a good night. I need to fix my interaction system, man. This is not, it ain't no good. It ain't no good, Althea. That's a deep cut. If anyone knows who that's from, I'll give you a gold star. It ain't no good, Althea. Okay, yeah, so the, it like doesn't refresh. I've broken it. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do about this? I hate this so much. Interact. So what happened here? We hit interact, right? So we do this. The interaction still works. So we go through here. Skip that. We get here. I guess we maybe need to... I do interact on the object, and then I refresh interaction afterwards. YouTube chat unhinged as always. Yeah. Welcome, Endemic. I have to go, but I just got a Quest 3S and played Batman Arkham Knight, and it's so fun. Well, good for you, hell yeah. I'm excited about RimWorld tomorrow. RimWorld expansion coming out. We'll be playing that. So what are you building? Which programming language, which engine, database, codebase, GitHub, open source? Jesus Christ. You just fucking like Gatling gun those questions at me. This is Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine, so it's in C++. I do have the codebase in GitHub. It is not open source. You gonna stream RimWorld gameplay tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know if I should stream gameplay or not. So I hit interact, and we're still there. Oh, it didn't even... Wait, that was completely different from how it just worked a second ago. RimWorld co-op win? It's not co-op, it's a single-player game. So. Okay, are we still talking about cannibalism right now? Jesus, guys. Jesus, move on. So we interact, we refresh the interaction. When the building completes, though, I guess is when I don't do that. Is that what I need to do? Where is my building component? Where is construction? Is there a construction complete event that I have? I've totally forgotten at this point. Finish build. Spawn building object. Finish place build. What is this? Play sound, update collision, set building materials, clear all the contents of the inventory. This seems like a good place to do it. I should refresh the interaction. Well, where do I like where do I handle the construction ability? Because that's going to have the constructing players that I will need to refresh the interaction on. Right? Constructing actors. There we go. Find my class member. Remove construction effect. And clean up interacting actors, which just removes construction effect. Oh, and then we call end interaction on it. So, okay. So we call in interaction. And what happens on end interaction? We clear interaction options. Should we refresh after that always as well? Oh god, spare me, please. So dramatic Unreal Engine is. Cock stirring the pot, yeah. He's a little pothead. Okay, we're still... Are we breakpointed? We're just frozen. I made the dire mistake of compiling a blueprint. And everything is broken. Okay, cool. Cool. Not that one. Build. So I refresh the interaction, but it's not until I look away and look back that it actually does it. Because I know I have like a thing that checks if I just do update interaction widgets with the interacting with But I guess I'm not interacting with anything at that point anymore. So I should probably not call update interaction, but like update interaction line trace or something. Update interaction trace, which will actually update the interact widgets with the intersected, you know, whatever trace hit result we get. But if we end the interaction, I think we should probably always set that to false. Clear interaction options. That's fine. Yeah. So maybe we should, I think we want to do this then. So we're going to do like update interact trace, although it should happen on tick. So maybe all we need to do is just set interaction trace hit results to empty. What's the grind gonna be like? Long and dirty, I hope. Oh yeah, it'll be nice and nasty. Just for you, Bakerson. There we go. Now that updates properly. Beautiful. Now let's see what that impact has on the interaction. Wow. Okay. Not what I wanted. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do about that? You have to press the interact button really fast. Your mom? Your mom. Game name is my project. Okay, so why to end interaction? Why is that getting hit when I hit interact? So I hit interact, we go to the interact interface, which is this guy. Interaction trace hit result. Refresh interaction. It's a really unoriginal game name, dude. It's a pop. No, it's not unoriginal. It's popular. Okay, you got to put a positive spin on it. So we get to update interact widget. Why is that being weird now, though? So if I disconnect that, it works fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate my life. Okay. I gotta stop compiling at runtime. It just does not work very well. All these variables just go like so nutty. I think I'm way too worried of using tick in BPs. I only use it if nothing else will do. Yeah, I mean that sounds like the right way to go at it. Okay. Wait, when did that start happening? What did I change? Is it this? Was it that change? What did I change that made that start? Oh god, I hate this. This is a mess. I hate working in blueprints. Such a mess. Such a mess. I gotta get these back in order too, because the blueprints, they don't even stay in order that you put them in. Okay, now this is all making sense a little bit. Okay, so when interact happens, interacting with character, we don't do anything with that. Why am I doing that? You could set input action to only fire once. I mean, I changed something else that made this start happening. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Yeah, what did I change? I mean, the only thing I changed was to change the I changed this to interact instead of like a different function. That's probably the error, but I'm trying to figure out like where am I calling this? I named this game Dawn of Inception. Thank me later. Okay, I'll thank you later. So something is calling like interact over and over again. What is the parent interact? Do I even have a parent interact? My game name suggestion is WoW++. Thank you guys. These are great. Oh, I hate it so much. Yeah, I mean, why is the input firing multiple? Don't you have to do the completed, not triggered? Is that what I did? Oh, I might have messed that up. I might have actually done that. Oh my god. Ugh. I just want to compile the blueprint. Yeah, I think I messed that up then. Yeah, okay, I definitely 100% messed that up. Okay. User error, skill issue. Nothing to see here. Move along, everyone. This is Unreal Engine, and there is very much code. Unreal Engine just has blueprints. C++ and blueprints. Yay! Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. Thank God. Okay, let's make sure the building interaction works now too. We'll test it with the voxel. The snoxels. Okay, yeah, that's not working now. Okay. Yeah, this should be saying place. %99% of bugs come from playing the game. So if you just don't play the game, it's fine. It's totally fine. Bro, this spike on the YouTube Shorts is crazy. Look at this. Like, why we went down to 17 for like a half second. That's so weird. YouTube Shorts is weird, man. So weird. Okay, you guys wanna see the pretty terrain? We'll go look at the pretty terrain. So I'm working on RPG Colony Sim Roguelite, kind of like a medieval fantasy vibe. You know, very, very inspired by like vanilla WoW and stuff like that. But it's got procedural terrain, which is what we're looking at here. The terrain will be destructible, and then there will be AI generated quests in the game as well. So you'll be building a colony throughout the world. The world is very big. There's me right there. I'm only generating like this much, a radius of this much. Can Unreal work with Python? No. I mean, there is some Python. I mean, can you make it work with Python? Yeah, I'm sure it's possible, but like out of the box, no, I don't think so. So here's the world. There should be some guys spawned. I don't know where they're at. They're somewhere. This is the nav mesh generating. And so yeah, you'll build a colony, you'll get to explore the world, hopefully get some dungeons and stuff and some bosses in here. I don't know where my NPCs are at. Did we not spawn any NPCs? They should be spawned. I guess none spawned around me. That's kind of strange. Yeah, we got caves as well. So there's caves and overhangs and concave caves, one might say. Oh, there's a guy. And he's gone. He got unrendered. He got fucking Thanos snapped. There's a colonist. Hello. Colonist with no name. Hi. Join my colony. I need to work on the scale box there. Okay. I just rolled into the terrain. Wonderful. Oh, I'm out of mana. You should add direction guide like GTA with options to select what kind of entities the user wants to see. Nope, no guide. You got to figure it out on your own. I'm not holding your hand. This is not a game for babies. You have to figure it out on your own. Sorry, not sorry. How much did the character animation pack cost? I have spent no money on anything that you see there. It's all like free assets that I've picked up over the years. Valheim world bosses to unlock the next crafting stage would be cool. I don't like that. I don't like how I got wrecked. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention at all. I don't like how it's so static in Valheim, where the next is, you know, you fight the boss to get the mat to go to the next stage. I don't like that. I don't like the next stage is being trapped behind bosses. I think they should be trapped behind your ability to because I'll have tech trees and stuff to research, and you'll need researching colonists to do so. So it'll be more so like that, and then you'll just gradually need better and more dangerous to get resources to progress, and so that will naturally push you to do things that are more dangerous and to fight the bosses and stuff. Keep in mind, this is a roguelite, so if you fight a boss and die, you're going to start over at level 1, right? So high stakes, high risk. Yeah, I do want some like bigger bosses to fight. I don't know what role they'll play in the game. API calls to OpenAI. That would be fun to see these characters talk. Yeah, I'll probably use like 11 labs or something for that. I do intend to look into that when we get there. Pretty far down the road though. Pretty far down the road. We're just working at I can't even get the fucking UI working the way I want it to. You have skill tree framework done or just stubbed out? Done? No, just kind of proof of concepted. Like these are all like, you know, fire starter. Your direct fire damage is a 4% chance per level to inflict the target with a burn, which will cause X fire damage every half second for 5 seconds. This chance is doubled for critical strikes. Then I have like an increased critical strikes and stuff. So I could, now that I have that, let me grab my fast weapons and I'll enchant with fire, enchant fire weapon. There we go. So he got burned. Oh yeah, and it doesn't get cleaned up when he dies. It definitely should. Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. I can talk to him when he's dead. That's funny. I should fix that. Is this your only first game project since you started? Yep. First one. I do have functional, yeah. And so I had to build like my own... It is using gas, but I had to like build my own kind of framework for it. And I call them ability modifier effects, because it's like, how would you write a gameplay effect that like only affects a single spell, right? I don't want to put tags on every single spell as like an ID for the spell. I would rather just use the class name, because that's like a million fucking tags, right? Because I might have like, this ability increases the slow effect of your blizzard spell by 10% and the duration by 1 second per level of the talent. And it's like, I didn't want to, like, you could just make a gameplay effect and you'd have to check, like, I have to store all these on the ability system component. And I have these different, like, gameplay events that happen. Like one is on like damage, right? One is on crit. And so these things can modify those events. And like this one would be like, yeah, on damage. It would be on the damage event. Whenever Blizzard deals damage is when it applies the slow effect and the duration of that slow. And then you can you can inject these modifiers on them. Use interfaces. I don't think that applies to what I'm saying right now. And like, yeah, it's like, how would you... This one is actually pretty straightforward. This is, you just apply a passive effect that increases, because I do have them tagged with like physical damage or melee damage. So this one is just melee crit chance. That one's pretty easy. That one kind of fits within the gameplay system already. Same with like fire and shadow damage, because those are things that are tagged. But when it's like specifically the ones that like one happen at a certain event, that's like, maybe it like increases the range of an ability. Maybe it reduces the mana cost of an ability. So you have to have these events in the game, and like these events call the ability system component, and are like, hey, apply any of the modifiers that you have to this event, and here's the spec that's getting executed, here's who it's coming from, here's who it's going to. So that way I can have defensive talents too, that would be like reduce frost damage incoming. So on the targets, you know, I would get the target's ability modifiers and the source's ability modifiers. The source might have increased frost damage, the target might have decreased frost damage or something like that. Yeah, it's tedious, Hasty. I agree. That's the one thing I don't like. Like, I've overridden a good part of the... Like, same thing with cooldowns, right? Same thing with cooldowns. Like, you have to create, like, a new cooldown effect for every single one. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, so I just overrode it to where I can just apply... I can just set an integer, or I can set a float on the gameplay effect now for a cooldown. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not creating a whole ass fucking gameplay effect class or a cooldown on every single fucking ability in my game. That's insane. That's way too many assets. So yeah, I overrode that. Now I can just apply a float for cooldowns. Then I have like a global cooldown checkbox as well that I wrote in there. You adding a combat triangle. Do you mean like the Holy Trinity? Is that, I don't know what you mean by combat triangle. There will be tank, healer, DPS for sure, yeah. What game is this? This is my game. It's a game I'm working on. It's called My Project. It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite. I'm not making very good progress because I'm yapping too much and showing off the world, but here's the world. It's a procedural terrain, so every world is different, and it's quite a large world. It only generates a small section of it. But yeah, you'll get to run around in this world and fight stuff and build a colony and make a base, decorate it, of course. I'm better at WoW than you. Shut up. No, you're not. What's your highest hardcore level in WoW, in vanilla WoW? I have a warrior at 52. He's still alive. I just stopped playing him. I have a hardcore warrior at level 52. If you can beat that, you're better than me. I don't understand a single word of what you say. That's okay. I don't really either. I'm high as fuck and fully blown away by your coding skills / game creation. Keep up the good work. Thank you. And I'm sorry about your mind. Hopefully you can unblow that. Yeah, we've got underground caves as well, so very Minecrafty here. There will be some ore spawn down here eventually that you can send your colonists to go find. 70 dwarf hunter. Okay, so not vanilla WoW hardcore. I was asking for vanilla WoW hardcore. And if you were good at WoW, you would know that that would mean a max level of 60. And also, Hunter is the easiest class to level in hardcore. So you just got double owned. You just got double owned. Michelin Man Simulator. Yep. Smuggle Murph. Welcome in. Basically. Yep. That's the game name. Michelin Man Simulator. Combat triangle as in RuneScape style, mage beats melee, melee beats range. I don't think so. No, I'm not. There will be a several classes. I'm thinking 8 to 10 classes. Have you had a problem where Anim notifies sometimes don't fire properly? No, I don't think so. Do it stank? Yeah. Building the game? I am. Here's the game. Procedural terrain. Here are my terrain chunks. Here's the world map. So each pixel on here is one of those chunks. I'm only generating like this much of a radius. And then we've got dynamic tree chopping as well. So wherever the axe connects the tree is where it will actually chop it. And then you will get wood commensurate to the area of the chopped tree. So I just got 7 wood there. I got 7 wood, and I can continue chopping to get some more wood. Now I have 11. Hope to see it in the store someday. Okay, I appreciate that. Don't hold your breath though. It'll be a while. It'll be a hot minute before that happens. Oh, there's a big mountain over there. I just fell. Bro isn't even playing hardcore WoW and he says he's better than you. I know. Isn't classic same as vanilla? Dude, you don't even understand the difference? Oh my god, you're claiming you're better at WoW than me. Never, never. Tree chopping dynamics? Yeah, it needs more work. It's just kind of proof of concept at the moment. So I do want to take a page out of Valheim's book and do the tree dominoes for sure. And like, you know, the damage whenever you get hit by a tree that's falling over. Now chat works damn well. I said before, wanted to wish you good luck on this and keep up the good work. Thank you. Looks good, thank you. Are you also considering different playable races? 100%, yeah. Definitely want some orcs and elves and humans and dwarves, that kind of thing. I don't know what all the races will be, but those are the starter ones. It has to be rage bait. Yeah, I think so too. It's fun though. I'll play along, you know. I'll play along for a little bit until it gets out of control. I really want some baddies down there, you know what I'm saying? Nice hot baddies, some gobos or something, some gabusi down there. Let's say somehow all the trees are chopped. Will it regenerate the trees again? And will it grow in the same spot or random? Yeah, so I do have that system stubbed out. Right now, nothing would happen, but I do have like respawn settings on these trees. And so I can show you the PCG graph that like generates this if the editor plays nicely with me. So here's my forest PCG graph. And I wrote my own spawner node. And on this node, there's some settings here for like respawn threshold and initial spawn threshold. And what that means is like, well, let me go to the actual tree one. Where's the trees? Here we go. So the initial spawn threshold is I have like a certain number of points that are generated in the world. These are like the spawn points, but it's only picking 40% of those to spawn the trees at. Now respawn threshold is the desired percent of total input points that should be respawned. So it starts at 0.4, and then once I actually write the respawn system, it should every so often check for respawns and select some more points, up to 0.5 of the points. And so will it be random? Yes and no. Like they are randomized per world, right? But these spots are going to be the same. But there's enough points that it will seem random, but it is deterministic. How long has it taken you to get this far? Because it looks amazing. Thank you. It's about a little over 2.5 years now. Lynn's Island has that tree falling dominoes as well. I've not heard of that one, but yeah, it's a fun mechanic. For fuck's sake, another game where my own trees kill me. Yep, another one. Another one. Very cool though. I like your proof of concept. Yeah, thank you. Whenever I'm on break at work, I come back to YouTube and I always come across this guy. Good work, because it's been a week now and I love the consistency. Hell yeah. Yeah, YouTube Shorts, I don't know, it's kind of crazy how much it pushes the vertical live stream. Very crazy. There's the big mountain I was looking for. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Ace. Happy to be background noise or whatever. Although probably people scrolling on their phones aren't looking for background noise. Not the same as like a horizontal stream, I suppose. Yeah, there is a tree respawn system though. Only 2 years in your solo is amazing, bro. Thank you. Thank you. It's fun though. I really enjoy it. It's a big chomp just taken out of this mountain. Let's get back to work now though. We gotta actually do the UI. We gotta wire up the rest of my UI actions here. Let's see. So on talk selected, that one doesn't work very well because this is talking to player is not updated. Set is talking to player. We just set it to false. Get is talking to player. So handle talk selected. I think we just need to toggle this, right? We need to set this equal to not Boolean, the opposite of this. And then pass that in there. And that way we can talk and untalk. If we are not talking to the player and talk is selected, we hide the dialogue. Wait a second. Let me think about this. Do you have a milestone or how do you plan your workflow? Oh, I just have a massive document. Just have a 64-page doc. Just loose ideas. It's all hobby stuff and free time, so I'm not taking it like super seriously or being super strict or anything. Just having fun with it, really. Okay, so we're gonna, if we're talking to a player, if we're not talking to a player, we will set it to true. And then show dialogue when, yeah. Okay, I think this is, let me see what does happens. What happens here? May I help you with something? Oh, the interaction options are now below the, interesting. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. That works. They should be above the, but maybe that's a better spot for them, honestly. Maybe that's a better spot. Can I help you with something? Okay, but I hit it again and nothing happened. And so do we get there? I don't think we get there because we've changed the, we've changed the interaction options, and that one I don't think has one. Is that this one? Yeah, that's this one. So let's create an event, create a matching event, and we'll call you on end talk selected. So put that there. And then I think we just call on talk selected again. Wait, should I just do on talk selected? Yeah, let's just do on talk selected. That should handle it, actually. Okay, gotta restart. Appreciate it's a passion project and a dev team would remove some individuals. But would you ever group up for this project? Maybe in the future. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty early. It's still pretty early for that. So, no idea. What? What? Okay, so it wasn't that one. If has quest, which is false. He does not have a quest. Set dialogue data. Yeah, so I guess I'm not actually... Default dialogue option. I don't even... Do I even need that option? I do update the interaction widget. Okay, so that does get set. Okay, that does get set in there. But then why do I not actually hit the on talk selected? Right? Why do I not hit that? So we should be getting here. Let's just verify that I'm getting to the path that I think I'm getting to. Yeah, I know that happens. Yeah, and then that happens. Oh, let me see here. What is happening? So we make the options. We update the interaction widget. It does show. We refresh interaction here. I don't know if we need to do that actually. Because it should, after anytime we press interact, it should wait, what happened? What happened? What, didn't I just have that working? Oh my god. Does it work here? Yeah, it works there. What the heck? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, no difference. No difference happens there. Where the hell was I? Right here. Okay, so refreshing the dialogue data, that just updates the bottom square, which is not what I care about. The interaction widget is what I care about. And so we definitely get there because it shows the correct interaction options. Now let me open the output log. Maybe I'll see something there that's illuminating. If it'll render. Wow, we really don't want to render the output log, do we? Like, why doesn't it virtualize that? You know what I mean? It should be virtualizing the log window, but I know it has to render the entire window. Like, every single log that's in there, it has to render it. Which is why this takes so long. And like, yeah, there's quite a bit of logs in there. There's so many I can't even scroll. There we go, jeez. Jeez. Okay, so I hit, let's just trace through this. So I should be hitting interact. Go to interact. I won't be sitting. I should get to there as well, right? Yeah. Oh, I don't. I don't. Interact. Say hi. Hello, Sardor. Welcome in. It doesn't exist because the trace hit result is not... Wait, where? I did change where I set that. It's on end interaction. I also set it there. So I can change that because we just call end interaction on self, so we don't need that there. So my interaction, why did I say it like that? My interaction trace is getting set to null. Why? Yeah, that exists. Yeah, we do get the interaction trace. The only place it would be setting it is here, and it only sets that if it's different. So let's get another breakpoint there. We do be interacting. I hit generate quest instead of the right one. Yeah, we are hitting that. Talk. You from Boston or something? I guess I am now. Accidentally Boston? Yeah, basically. Okay, so we got here again, but of course I can't fucking see what it is. We want character case. Interaction trace hit result is none. Why is it none here? Am I hitting like the UI or some shit? Why is this all of a sudden none now? I'm looking right at the guy. Oh no, he's there. That's there. Interaction trace hit result. Okay, so we set it. Go back here. Interact. Yes. We don't get there. We get here. Talk. The interaction trace hit result. Hit object handle is none now. Wait, why? Okay, I want breakpoints everywhere where I set it, which is just those two places. Let's start over. Yes, I know, I do know that. That does happen, yes. We get here, it's true. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Talk. So I have clicked talk, and we've gotten to interact, which makes sense. Trace hit result, yes, and we will interact. Yes. Now I'm setting it here, and I suppose this is the problem child. But when I look at this, hit object, oh, it's because I'm doing this fucking thing. Wait, the target isn't interactable. Oh, because he's already being interacted with? Is that the logic I use? Oh, because he's in dialogue. Oh, okay. I figured it out. I need to be right back, though. Give me like 2 seconds. BRB. Mustafa, hello. What is that? Oh, a sub, Adder. Thank you for the sub. I love you. Thank you for the prime sub, my dude. Hope you're having a great day. I'm about to be right back, though. We're working on UI still, and it sucks, and I hate it. So, the sub brightened my day. Yeah, the Bezos bucks. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me be right back, real quick. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, someone was being a little naughty. Someone was being naughty. Had to give him a little timeout. Who's this YouTube Mitron guy? Coffee right now? Yeah, I might. What time is it? No, too late for another coffee for me. Get to light some cinematics today. Fun stuff. Low-keys are my favorite stuff to work on these days. Content can be stressful because it's all opinion-based. Coffee tech lock is 2 p.m. Mine's usually 12. It affects my sleep quite a bit. What state is my editor in right now? Because we're like just, oh, we're breakpointed somewhere. Nice. Okay. I go to where we are breakpointed. Yes. Okay. Okay. I figured out what was happening. Right. It's because it's not interactable because he's in dialogue. Why did I do that? I just accept the shit sleep than more coffee. Yeah. I do a double. I limit myself. I only do 2 cups of coffee a day at most. Most days is just 1. I do have time to fit another one in, but I don't know if I'm feeling that. I think we're good. I think I feel good. Yeah, so I made him not interactable. What's the parent is interactable? If we is alive. Wait a second, I was interacting with him when he was dead though. Huh. And he is interactable if he's alive and not hostile. And then otherwise we check if we're in combat with the interacting character. Yeah, I think I don't remember why I did this like is in dialogue thing. I think it was because I didn't want him to be able to interact with other things. Let's try to change that. Let's just do this. A significant other maintains a nice coffee collection. So justify it as a little treat, but 1 should be my cap. You got yourself an espresso machine yet? That's how you know you're in deep. Honestly, I think espresso machines just kind of make you a better person. Like, you're just better than other people when you have one. You know what I mean? If you don't, you'll know what I mean if you get an espresso machine. Just it's kind of an elitism thing. Okay, I think it's working now. Oh, it didn't end the dialogue though, and I can't scroll. So that didn't actually end the dialogue. Okay, so now we got to fix that. It did click though. Been shopping for one. Got my crown and big chair ready for the day. I have a what is it? The Breville Barista Express Impress or something like that. It doesn't make like a perfect shot, but it makes a decent enough one to get through the day, you know? Are you a game dev bro? I am, bro. I am both a bro and a game dev. So therefore I am a game dev bro. I forgot what I was looking for. I forgot what I was looking for. It was on talk selected, right? Handle talk selected. We should be getting here. Let's make sure we get there. Talk. Goodbye. We don't get there. Yeah, that's the problem. That do be the problem. Talk. Yes. Again. It's true again because we've probably already set it to false. So yeah, where is the other one? Yeah, I guess we don't want to do that. Well, where would I set it to true? I guess I would set it to true outside of this then. Feels a little weird, but is talking to player. Is talking to player. Yeah, get that. How are you? I'm well. I hope you're well as well. Thank you for asking. We're working on UI stuff today, so not super exciting. Not super exciting. Wait. We'll talk selected. So I have to do something like this. Where if I hate this logic branch, if I am talking to the player, rather if I'm not Boolean, set is talking to player equal to true, give me a sequence. And then we're gonna do this bad boy. Then if we are talking to the player, we do that. So we only toggle it on when it's off. This is Unreal Engine. Talk. Goodbye. Asked failed. Asked failed. Okay, talk. Yes, we will get there. Goodbye. We get there. And this is true. I guess I need two different entry points. That's kind of annoying. I hate that. I need two different entry points for this. Oh, I wish I was writing C++. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Because we set it to false whenever the interaction ends. But I need to set it to true when it starts, so I basically just need to... Yeah, I need two different events for this, which is super annoying. Set is talking... Just to set this one flag. On talk selected... this will be renamed on goodbye selected. I mean, maybe I should, if on goodbye is selected, let's just like do that directly. Please explain the problem. The problem is UI kind of sucks to work on in Unreal Engine. That's the problem. That's the basis of the problem. And where am I creating the on talk selected? Handle talk selected. Here we go. Go in here. Yeah, so get rid of that logic now. When we talk, and now I don't even know if I need that Boolean anymore actually. But when we get here, this should be changed to on goodbye selected. On goodbye selected. You're excited when I learn new things, but it gets boring and leave without learning. That doesn't sound like a complete sentence. Yay! Okay, it works now. Yay! Join my colony. Yay! Okay, but I have a warning. What was the warning? Is developing in Pygame worth it? What's your opinion? I mean, that's totally dependent on what you're doing with it. You know, I'm not super familiar with Pygame, but if that, you know, use the right tool for the job. And I don't know what kind of job you're doing. I don't know what kind of game you're making. You know, maybe that's 100% feasible. And if you're, you know, good with Python, maybe that's a good choice. Depends on what you value in a game engine. So I cannot answer that for you. Okay, so this is in interaction option list. Get option ID of selected child. And where are we calling this from? This should maybe be a function on the parent class now, actually. This is, oh, this is in the dialog. Get option ID of selected child. UI dialog window, interaction text options. Yeah, okay, actually. Yeah, so this is all going to change now, actually, because we have the events now. We no longer need to handle these generically. So I'll end up getting rid of that eventually. Okay, so I now need to make sure that my quest, generate quest function, my little funky wonk here, where is it at? Do I not have? Oh, it's, I grayed it out, yeah. I commented it out. I seem to have deleted it entirely from the class. There's where it was. On generate quest selected. Did I just do that in blueprints as well? Where is on generate quest selected? We just show the panel there, which is not what we want to do anymore. I want to handle, let's do handle generate quest generate quest. Sure. Handle generate quest. Just leave that dangling for now. And I think the is interactable thing, let's we can delete that. We're just going to, let's just delete it. Let's just delete it. There you go. There we go. Okay, so handle generate quest. We want to, you know, if we have a quest component is valid. And quest component something, what was I doing? Get the quest generator. Get quest generator. If this is, can I do a validated get here? Perfect. I should probably just change that to a validated get too. Let's just bypass all of it. Yeah, there we go. Nice and slick. If both of these are valid, and we're not already generating a quest, which should probably be const, but that's fine. What console name? I have no idea what you're asking, my dude. If we have a valid entity, we're gonna get the proxy actor data. Yeah, and set the quest giver. Yeah, this is kind of an annoying function to write in blueprints. Get entity data BP. Get self. And then this is going to be proxy actor entity. So let's check if this is valid. So if that is valid as well, and then we want to get the proxy actor validated, get that is, we're just fucking validating the entire world. And I guess I need to create this quest handle, which is a blueprint type. Okay, I don't know if I can do that in blueprints. I might have to write that. Quest generator, generate quest, start generate quest with the quest handle, which is not a ref, or is a ref. Why did I make it a ref? I do update it, but I guess I need to make it a uparam ref. So that's one change I need to make. Okay, that's just how that's going to look, and that looks super awkward. Let's make sure this is blueprintable as well. Blueprint read only. Quest handle just takes in the quest taker and the quest giver. So that should be good enough for me. So let's compile, save, rebuild here. And then that's basically all we would need to do. Just pass in and make it return value. We don't do anything with. Okay. Okay. So let's rebuild. Can you brief about what you're doing right here? So I'm building a video game. This is Unreal Engine. We're looking at, it's in C++. And then it also has a visual scripting language as well called Blueprints. I'm working on an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite combo. I'm working on a little bit of UI at the moment. So I kind of redid how these little interaction options are selected. I changed to using delegates so that I can like manually specify the events that handle whenever an option is selected, and I just specify that directly on the option. Before I was doing it kind of generically, which was making it difficult to trace through the system. So I'm refactoring it so that I can, you know, extend the UI a little bit. The ultimate goal that we were working on for about the past week is defining colony tasks and getting the colonists to actually perform tasks, which I've stubbed in, and I have been able to do that in the past. But now I'm just trying to make the UI system actually scalable enough to accomplish that for whatever tasks that we can add in the game. So now we're kind of like doing the what I inevitably want it to look like version of it. Okay. Close the debugger. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, go back to the... I really hate how it reorders the tabs every time you jump back in. So let's... can I make one of these? Make. Fuck. Oh, the constructor. No! Okay, we're gonna have to redo this. That's annoying. Can you not make a blueprintable constructor? Like, constructors just aren't a thing. Let me look at this. Unreal Engine blueprint struct constructor. Can you call a constructor on a struct in blueprints? Is that a thing? Yeah, so I guess I have to do the make, is what I'm thinking. The Blueprints isn't thrilled about constructors. I think that's what I'm finding out, it seems. Yeah, okay, I guess I have to make them blueprint read write, which is kind of annoying. But quest giver and quest taker are the blueprint read writes, I suppose. Let's change these to T object pointers as well. What the fuck is a U param? I've never seen that macro. Is it the same as U property? It basically, because like usually when you specify a ref, it will put it on the right side. Because it's an output, right? That's what Blueprints thinks you're going to do with it. Because it thinks it wants to pass something in and get it populated and pass it out. And so it just kind of automatically passes it in for you, passes in an empty one. I didn't want that though. I do want to make it and pass it in. And so you put the uparam ref on there and it puts it back on the left side of the blueprint node so you can actually pass it in. Is Python a good program for starting out in coding? Yeah, a lot of people start with Python. Although it's not a program, it's a programming language, is what you would want to say there. But yeah, that's a perfectly fine place to start. A lot of people do. You can extend the constructor work in BP, but it's fairly jank. Yeah, I guess, dude, it's so funny how you have to make like, oh, it's blueprint bullshit. That's why I don't know. Basically. Yeah, the blueprints are so frustrating, man. So frustrating. Okay, I changed the quest generator and I need to rebuild 23 things. It's probably not great. I need to use more forward declarations. Whenever I finally come up with a name for the game, I'm gonna like create a new fucking code base and everything. Like a new project. Just like redo all the imports and stuff. When do you think will be the release? Probably in like 10 to 12 years. Probably in like 10 to 12 years. That sounds about right. There we go. Quest giver, quest taker. Yay. There's the quest giver, and then get interacting with character as the quest taker. Good. Good, Anakin, good. Ow. The name of the game will not always be my project. I know, it's sad to see the my project name go, or think about a time where that may be the case. Okay, so actually open that back up because we're gonna generate a quest here. My project 2030, that sounds about right. Do you plan on an early access phase? I mean, this is all just like hobby free time stuff now, so I'm not really taking it too seriously or coming up with plans like that. Okay, I don't think we started generating anything there. Did I actually wire it up? Handle I did, okay. Oh, I meant to do, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that makes sense as to why that would never work. Yeah, that would never run. Okay, we are generating a quest. God, it starts going so fast, too. It's crazy. Oh, this might be a multi-parter. Okay, the quest is already done generating. Okay, yeah, this is already, you know, scaling a little bit better. Well now, a warrior, eh? You look like you could swing a sword better than most tavern brawlers. Tell you what, Cassia Silverwood. I might have a little something for you to do. Pays all right, but on the unconventional side. Phineas Croft, which is this guy's name, I suppose. A rogue I met in town has asked me to scout out the shop of Gilder Thistlewick in the Market District. She suspects he has stolen Lucky Charm and wants me to learn his routines and guard locations. I should also try to overhear anything about a shipment he's expecting and see if it's related to his Lucky Charm. My objective is to scout out Gilder Thistlewick's shop in the Market District and gather information about his routines and potential weaknesses. Explore the shop. Talk to question colonists. Okay. Why do you want this lucky charm? Oh, these dialogue options don't work now. Yeah, we need to wire all that back up. New project with re-imports is a good idea. I've worked on more than one AAA project that started out as a messy prototype, and then I just built a file structure under my project or whatever the codename was. Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to change the import order to like the new version as well. I always get that warning when I build. Update to the latest version, where we just completely inverted the order imports are supposed to come in. Yeah. So, if I ever end up working with people, with other people, I'll do the same. Okay, so we need to handle talk option selected. Where are you at? Handle talk selected. So if we have a quest, hit first quest. Okay, so we did that all in C++. Array of interaction option structure. Okay. Am I rewriting this in blueprints? Is that what's going to happen here? And what are my options here? All right, that's when I like select one. Yeah, this logic's a little messy. It's gonna be even messier in blueprints. Okay, so now that we have the delegates, I'm going to need an event for handle dialogue option on dialogue option selected. I think. But then that one I think would handle it generically. Okay, let's start building this out then. So let's make a new function for make quest dialogue response options. Passing in the quest component, quest data, and chosen player response option, which I guess can be blank. Do I need to pass in the quest component? Like that's on here, so maybe I can skip that part. Or is that the, no, that's this one's. Okay, so yeah, just pass in the quest data, which, what is that? Quest data structure. Pass in the quest data structure. Quest data. When did you start this project? A little over 2.5 years ago now. In your terrain, what are the stuff that you are running within a CS? Vertex, marching cubes. Pretty much all of the noise generation happens in there. Pretty much. I will be changing that though. But I have 3 compute shaders. One is the height map compute shader. Another one is the 3D noise compute shader. And then the third one is the marching cubes compute shader that connects them together. Quest dialogue response option. So I need one of those as well. Chosen player response option. Quest dialogue response option. Quest dialogue response option. That is such a wordy thing. And then you need to output array of interaction options. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll leave that here for now, just as a reference. Quest data goes there. This one, I guess, is just like a blank one. I guess I can just like split this, right? No, I can't. I mean, I guess there's nothing to split. So yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so we make that. Let's move these out a little bit. Okay, and then this was like the old way of doing it. Let's move this down a little bit, down and out of the way. This is like no quest dialogue. Get the first quest, set the quest dialogue handle. Okay, so now here we need to oh dear, recombine that one. Okay, so for each dialogue response option on the quest, we need to like make a interaction option for it. Okay, so we make this, and then I will need to complete only at the end. Let's do like a local, we'll promote to local variable, call this, what, I don't even know what I'm calling it here, the interaction options. So call that interaction options, call this interaction options as well. Wait, can I not call it the same thing? I guess not. Call it new. Oh, I'll call this like what? Quest response, quest interaction options. Okay, so now that we have that, let's add. We will add there. And then I need to create an event here, create a function. Should I create a matching? We will create a matching event. And so this will be like on quest dialogue response option. On quest dialogue response option selected. Okay, create matching event. On quest dialogue response option selected. Always do the interacting player select. So generate quest. So we handled talk selected, and it shows that. Shows the quest stuff, and then this happens. Let's make a function called handle. Quest dialogue response option. Handle quest dialogue response. We'll say that. Handle quest dialogue response. And then I guess I need this because I need to pass in the ID. Let's just give it the text and the, no, don't watch that value. Stop watching. Don't watch my code. No one look at it. You are going to be now an interaction option, interaction text option. I'll call this chosen option. Okay, so we have the chosen option, which means we have the ID, which is just the index of the dialogue response options. Which, am I saving those or anything, or do I have to remake them? Let me look here. Handle generate, make quest, handle generate quest. No, it'll be handle talk. I need to organize those a little better. So I need to get the, yeah, the dialogue. There we go. That's what I want. Dialogue quest handle. So grab that. Oh boy. Can we collapse those again? Prompt contents, quest giver, data. I guess we need to break data now. And then I want the, yeah. So get a copy. Okay, so there's our chosen quest option. Player response option. Wait, let me. Do I not have whether or not it was accepting the quest or not there? Quest data. Oh, that because those are specific ones. Okay, I forgot. So we need to do more than just iterate through that array. Okay. Okay. So we need to add like 2. Add 2 here. Add 2 because accept/deny are always the first. There we go. So we will need to do that. We'll also need to do that when we make them. So I iterate over that, and then let's add 2 here. Moxie, stop barking, please. Add 2 because accept/deny are always first. And then I want to go through here, give me accepts and denies. And we'll add 1 for each of those. Let's actually recombine that. Okay, this is gonna get messy. Okay, so yeah, we do all of that, and we want the deny quest. Moxie, what are you marking? You guys see this little chunky thing right here? Okay, so yeah, this is kind of fucking messy. And then I have the accept or deny quest. I suppose... I suppose I want to reuse that as much as I can. But I will need an event for that. I can use the same one for both, I think. Great matching event. I mean, I wonder if I should just do it from here. Yeah, let's just do it from there. So let's just use that one. So I'll keep that in mind. Chosen option ID get, so we can do that. If the ID is one of the first two, right? Accept or decline quest. I do nothing there. What happened there? I do nothing there. Okay. We will keep that in mind. We'll just say like if less than 2. We accept or decline the quest. Otherwise, I need to basically just update the interaction widget options. Interaction option widgets, set interaction options containers. And we will need to make the containers here. And so like and there only need to be 2. Or rather, we need to update this. Excuse me. Do I need to get the selected? Yeah, so I think I can get the selected. Hang on, let me look at the interaction options widget here, which is the interaction options container, which I may want to change that name. Should I get the currently highlighted option? Should I make a function for that? I kind of want to. Because I want to change it into the word back. And then clicking that again will do something different. So yeah, I do think we want a function for that. Let's do get highlighted. I'll just say get currently highlighted option. And that's essentially all of this code. And you are going to return. I can't just like return, can I? It'd be nice if you could just drag onto the return node. Oh, you can! Oh my god! I just found out about that. Hell yeah! Get currently highlighted option, const pure. Nice. Yes, yes. And so then we can do that there. Nice. I really just found out about that, yeah. There's so many stupid things like that in blueprints that like no one ever tells you, right? It's not like there's some giga doc of like, you know, the fucking, all the tips and tricks. So get currently highlighted option. So now that we have this, And I did, no, I didn't. This is a text option. Do I have a quality operators on the text option? I should. I thought I did at least. Yeah, I have a quality operators on there. Do these not work in blueprints? Do these not fucking work in blueprints? Oh my god, of course, I have to write a fucking static library for it. What did this guy copy paste here? Yeah, you literally have to write a fucking function for it. That's so annoying. If you drag off the exec off a node that is already plugged into something after said node, it'll drop the new node between the two. I have seen that happen. Like, that just kind of naturally explains itself, you know? Bro, I'm so annoyed. I mean, I can compare them manually, but that's so annoying that I can't just do the struct equality. If the ID is equal to this... Justice never felt so tight. Loki Asgard is back, and he's about to debug your packet. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Prepare your... clench your sphincters. Loki Asgard is here. He will secure our backends. Is it a U struct? Yeah, it's a U struct. Yeah, I would have thought that, because like I don't know, can you compare equality on any struct in blueprints? I don't know that I ever have, because these are all like my custom structs, so I don't know if we use like a built-in struct. It's like make hit result. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can even compare structs by equality. Honestly, I just want a select. Let's do a select from here. Select text. The noodles are going to be immense here. Well, it's actually not the currently highlighted option, is it? If it's the currently highlighted option, then it would always change. I do need that. I do need that, but not here. This is not the place to use that, actually. Yeah, you'd have to make a separate function, blueprint callable function to do it. That's what it sounded like. Yeah. That's what it sounded like. Bro, we almost got 10K views today on the YouTube Shorts. That's kind of crazy. And also, I restarted the stream, so I think we had about like 1,500 on the other stream. Nutty. Compared to the horizontal... compared to the horizontal views... Yeah, crazy. Anyways, I need to like save the selected one to compare against. Do I? Or let's actually revert that. Do I? Or can I just manually update it? I have so many fucking tabs open. Get currently highlighted option. Well, I guess I have the ID. I guess I can just... I can remake the quest dialog response options. Oh, right. And then I do this. And then I should check if it's the chosen option. Duh. I've done this before. These are not the droids you're looking for. I guess I check equality on the, oh yeah, and then the string equals, right? Equal exactly string. Okay, so if these are equal, if the chosen option is equal here, then we change the text to back. Because Loki Asgard is here for our backs. Project detail summary question mark. Project is video game, period. Next question. It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural terrain, destructible terrain, AI generated quests. So I'm working on UI right now for the generated quests. Just kind of redoing some of the UI into a new system that's hopefully a bit more scalable. So we just remake and set, basically. Do you need any volunteers? No. Just kind of a hobby, free time kind of thing. Maybe someday. Although I wouldn't want there to be volunteers. The quest data. Plug that bad boy in there. God damn. Yeah, this is a bit messy. Wait a second. Why is there 2 quest datas? Why do I have 2 quest datas? I think that was an accident. He doesn't like YouTube, guys? That's not true. That's not true. YouTube is just a lot more meme-y than Twitch. Less serious. So untrue. Hasty. I could do what Prismatica does. Prismatica has a section to 2 different chats, and he has a section for YouTube virgins and a section for Twitch Giga Chads. So I could do that. I think that's all we have to do, really. We just have to recall it, reset it, because it should refresh after this. Accept a decline quest. And then I think I need to make the... I think I need to remake options here as well. Have you played AQ3D? Yeah, not familiar with that one, so no. Oh, I thought this was fate because you landed this while searching for an internship. You don't need an internship to build. Like, if you're looking for experience, you can go out and get that on your own, you know? You can go, I would suggest just picking one of your own projects if you're just looking for experience. If you're looking for money, can't help you there. But yeah, I would start working on your own things. Yeah, intern on your own project. There you go, unpaid internship. That's how I got my first job. Because I dropped out of college, so I did not have the degree. I just had a ton of projects on my resume, and I convinced someone to hire me. You can do the same. Never let your education interfere with your learning. I'll say that. You dropped out of college too, Adder? That's awesome. Yeah, it's not like all the information is online. Everything you could ever want is online. It's on the internet. You just need to seek it out. Yeah, but I think I need to remake the quest dialogue response options as well here. Or rather, just refresh interaction. I would accept the quest. I wonder if I would just call handle talk selected, because that's kind of the... That's kind of what I would want to happen. Although, no, we need to make the... I don't know if we should recall this though. We should just make like some throwaway one, yeah. Yeah, I need to do some changes here, I suppose. Okay, so interaction options widgets. What are the chances this works the first time? Actually, I think we would just want to... Honestly, declines... I think we just go back into the regular one, too. Haven't been asked about my college degree or lack thereof in a single time in my 15 years in tech. Yeah, I only got asked about it on my very first job interview. Well, the first job that I got during that interview. After that, no one gave a shit. I have a similar experience. I do have lots of projects. I'm currently working on certification to become a Google Cloud engineer for AI and ML. There you go. I did 2 years of unpaid gigs before landing my first full-time gig, which was also severely underpaid, but it compounded into a healthy career with great pay. Hell yeah. It sucks that you have to do that kind of shit. Yeah, I somehow convinced someone to pay me 6 figures when I was 21 years old without a college degree. I don't know how the hell I pulled that one off. I had multiple offers from multiple companies, and I was just like, hey, they're going to pay me this much. And then I just kind of like used them against each other. I forgot about that. So yeah, this is just gonna be like goodbye. This is gonna be default. Where's the default dialogue option? There we go. I hate how long this is taking. Blueprints take so long. Yeah, but the declines quest is really just like a regular handle this. So I'm going to change this to just accept quest. And then we're going to get rid of the things here. I do need to set the dialogue option. So if this is change this to equals 0, that's accept quest. Can I switch? Can I switch on int? I can. Nice. So 0 default. That is exactly what I wanted. So both 1 and default go in here. Although I think I want to... Oh no, I don't want a +2 here. I want to subtract 2, actually. Actually, can I select here? Honestly, I don't even think I need the switch. I just need an if else. But this is kind of pretty. I like this. And so if this equals 1, we go true. Otherwise, we go false. Chosen response also, you're very wrong. You are very wrong. Is the chosen response. Quest handle data, so break that. Or rather, can we just split that? Yeah, split that. Holy shit. Okay, never mind. Don't split that. Break. What do we want? I just want the accepts quest dialogue. There we go. Perfect. And I'll need to copy and paste that, but for the declines quest dialogue, and then that goes in there. Okay, and we do the same thing with declines quest that we do for the rest of them, which is just like change the option to goodbye. I didn't change that to 1. There we go. Honestly, should all of them? Oh. Oh, do I have a meeting coming up? I do. I do. Okay. I have a whole host of meetings coming up. Okay. Where do I want to stop for today? I'm in the middle of like changing this right now. Let's see how much it works. It's not going to work perfectly. Sometimes you just gotta lie about what you're currently making and hope they call your bluff. I have done that one as well. I have done that one as well. Mr. Bro, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Got to keep building projects and keeping up with TLDRs for tech these days. Post-secondaries are still behind using older system coding. Yeah, there's a lot to keep up with, that's for sure. The unpaid was bullshit, but I also convinced my second AAA gig to pay me 120k. Hell yeah. I had to move to NYC though. Yeah, 120k in NYC is not the same as 120k somewhere else. Okay. Generate the quest. We are generating a quest. It is being generated. Oh, I saw something about fluid. There's a weeping tree. Oh, it wants me to collect fluid from a weeping tree. Gross. Oh my god, it's generating so many quests. Yeah, we got a quest chain. God damn it. It's too big. We have our quest options here. Bro, I appreciate the hustle. Deleted my project maybe 50 times. Why are you deleting projects? Don't do that. Yep, that broke. But we have quest options and shit. I'll do it. Yeah, it didn't work. Access none, trying to read property. Just show me where it hurts. That was none? Why was that none? Handle quest dialogue response. Why would this have... Oh well, yeah, I think this will be for tomorrow or later today or something, because I have to get off and go do work and stuff, so. I really hate how long this system is taking to make. I feel like if this was something that was entirely in C++, I would be done by now, because it's just easier to organize, easier to navigate around on. But it's like, this is UI stuff. This is like, I do want the dialogue options to be able to be specified in blueprints. Like, I think that, and like having these events for handling the response options is really nice. And that's what I wanted. This part is better than C++. But it's like all of this shit is not better in blueprints. I'm gonna work on something the same amount of time you're working on this as my motivation factor. If you take a break, so do I. Okay, well, you're already 3.5 hours in the hole for today. Don't burn yourself out though, my dude. Don't compare yourself to other people either. Only compare yourself to the you that you were yesterday. And that's what I'm gonna leave you all on. Okay, we're gonna raid Stevie Ray Drawn. And I'm gonna go to work. I need to get some food too. I'm actually kind of hungry. But yeah, I gotta get out of here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Adder, thank you for the sub. Adder, Hasty, good to see you both. Yamio, wisdom, yes. Take my wisdom, take it. Loki Asgard, so happy to have you guarding my ass, but I must leave you now. And I must work. But thank you all. Hope to see you all again soon. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow, because the new RimWorld expansion's coming out. I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream some RimWorld tomorrow. You can see me commit some war crimes. You can see and if you guys haven't played RimWorld, you'll get to understand a little bit about where my inspirations come from. So that can be fun. We'll definitely be talking about the game design quite a bit as well as we play through the new stuff. We're gonna go join Turning Cog over on Stevie Ray Drawn's channel. So yeah, take care everyone. Guten Morgen. Guten